Hello, welcome to Should I Buy This Game featuring Agueda. My name is Christine, and in this video I'll give you an overview of how the game is played and then share some things I may like or dislike about the game to help you decide if you would like to add this game to your collection.
So many people call this game Agueda, City of Umbrellas, but when I did a search on the internet, it told me that it was pronounced Agda, so I'm not exactly sure which is correct. But either way, this is the game City of Umbrellas, and it's based on the Umbrella Project in Portugal. And in this game, we are using umbrellas to fill our street with beautiful, colorful umbrellas, and at the same time, turning over our tiles to make beautiful murals. Now we have a few challenges, and these challenges change for each game. We have a whole slew of cards here, and some of them can get rather difficult. But some beginning challenges are, if you have an even number of umbrellas in this color, then you will score 1 point for each. And this time it is blue. These are placed here randomly. Score 1 point for each column that has at least one yellow and one orange umbrella in this case. And then for the remaining umbrellas, you count them up. And for every 2 of this color, you get 1 point. So those are end of game scoring. So on your turn, you're going here to the umbrellas. Now you're picking a row. So if you're picking a single one, you actually will gain a coin. If you're picking a double one, then it is just free to take. But if you're taking a triple row, either direction, then you have to pay a coin for that one. So when you're doing it, you're keeping these in mind. So if I'm going to go with, say, just a double, if I had 2 blues, I'd be on my way to fulfilling this being even. However, I do need yellow and orange in each column to get that bonus. So what I might do is here we have the yellow, the orange, and the blue. So maybe I will pay a coin from my stash to take these 3. From here, what you're doing is placing them in one row across. Now you see here, there are different umbrellas pointing, different colors. And so when you score, you're scoring for those colors in that row. However, these are going to be constantly moving throughout the game. So you have to decide, are you scoring now or are you preparing because you know this is going to move? So I think what I might do is go in the middle, since I did have that yellow and orange that I just dropped. Just moving my things. So I might put a yellow, an orange, and a blue. And you have to put them all in the same row. You can't put one here, one there. Now, you may have noticed here there was a paintbrush, and I covered it with orange, which means in my mural, I'm able to turn over the orange tile. Now, once I have both of these turned over, I would get an extra tourist. So after I place that, then I'm able to attract a tourist. So I would bring my tourist here, and this time I am scoring yellow and orange. And because I have 2, I would gain 2 points. Then this will get refilled just out of the bag. And your next player would take their turn. And the plays continue like that until somebody has completely filled their board. I just need to make a correction with the scoring. When you're only putting 1 tourist on, you don't score for both, say, the green and purple. You only score for one of the colors. I later got another tourist because I completed a row and then added him on. So my first tourist just scored purple and my second tourist scored the green. Now I'm at a point where I want to refresh, meaning I don't want to add any more tourists out there. And so what you do to refresh is you take all your tourists back, and then your scoring markers move. And so this is where the strategy comes in, because were you just putting your colors in the row based on the colors that were there, or were you thinking ahead knowing that these are going to be moving? So now in this row, there is one purple. Here I do have a blue, but there I don't have either of those colors. So that's something to think about also when you're placing your umbrellas, how these are going to move every time you refresh. I'm at the point though where I have released 4 of the colors by putting the different colors there. So going forward on these 2, I have to make sure it's a red or a blue if I want to release these tiles. After you refresh, then you refill the board, and it will be your opponent's turn again. I filled in all my umbrellas and I'm ready to score the game. So first is I completed my whole mural. If you look here, it will tell you how many points. So since I flipped over 6, I get 6 points. Next we go to our shop objectives. So if I have an even number of umbrellas in the blue, I score 1 point per each. I ended up with 4 blue umbrellas, so I will get 4 points. So I score 1 point for each column that has at least one of these colors. So I made sure I had a yellow and orange in all my columns. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which takes me to 27. And here I add it up and divide by 2. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I get 4 points. And I ended up with a huge 31. If you had any empty spaces left, you would subtract 1 point. And that is basically how the game is played. Now you can play this game solo, and there are these tour guide cards that you would use. So for example, this says discard all of the color with the most umbrellas. So you would look at your board after you've taken yours. So in this case, there's a lot of blue. So you would remove all the blues from the board, and then you would refill them in row order with new colors to start your turn. Like that, and then you would continue on with the game. Overall, this is a cute, fun little game. Some things we like about the game are the components. We really like the umbrellas being 3D, sort of the plastic pieces really add to the game. We like how there's a lot of different shop cards with different challenges, and some of them can get a lot more challenging. This is just the 2 to start with when you're just starting to learn the game. And then also there's the strategy in where to place these pieces, because these will be moving, and so for scoring points. I look back at our games and our scores have ranged between 30 and 35. So we probably have a lot more we can work on with our strategy to try to get a higher score going forward. But it's a cute game. It plays really fast, and there is just enough little strategy to the game to keep you thinking about what pieces you want to take. And are you taking it to get a coin, spend a coin, or just break even? The only dislike we came up with is sometimes you're looking for a color and it's not even an option here on the board. It's like, for example, currently there are no blue or yellow umbrellas on the board. And if you're needing that yellow umbrella to fulfill a goal, but the option's not here for you, it can be a little frustrating. So that was the only negative we found about the game. Because the game is so tight and small in its concept and that, there's not that much to criticize. So if it's a game with the theme that appeals to you, then I think if you like the umbrella theme, then I think you would enjoy this game. But if you're looking for something heavier and with like a heavier strategy in that, versus this is more of a lightweight game, then maybe you'd want to look for something else. But overall, we enjoyed playing this game, and we like to bring it out when we just want to play something fun and colorful that plays really quick. So let me know if you've played Agueda or Agda, depending on how it's pronounced, and what you think of the game.